Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey fans petition for Melissa Gorga's exit because of pregnancy storyline, plus Leeanne Locken fired, not quit, plus Teresa and Joe news. Okay guys, we got a lot to get in today. Let's start with the Real Housewives of Dallas first and the whole Leeanne Locken story. Like, I was gonna come on and report this morning that she quit. She quit yesterday. She said after 4 years of being on the show, she just needed more time to spend with her family. And that she enjoyed her time on the show, but it was time for her to go. Okay, so I was just getting ready to come on the mic and say that when all of a sudden now things are being reported differently. I guess Carrie, remember Carrie? She was on her live last night and said, well, Leeanne was fired just like me. And people were like, oh my gosh, she accidentally let the cat out the bag. Really, people? You let the cat out the bag? This was intentional. Like, please, let me tell you how I let the cat out of the bag scenario would go. She'd be brushing her hair. She'd be like, Leeanne was Leeanne quit last night. That was intentional, okay? Please. I don't know if she wants us to know that she wasn't the only one fired and see Leeanne was fired too. And people are saying that the rumors is she got fired because of calling the other girl a chirping Mexican. Remember that? Carrie's her name. Remember she called Carrie a chirping Mexican, and then people start calling her a racist, and she tried to somewhat defend herself on the reunion and saying things like, I'm not racist because, I slept with a Mexican. That was her explanation. Listen, it's obvious. Yes, that's why they fired her. But, at least Andy Cohen has learned from Tamara and Vicky how to fire people now. You let them have their pride. You send them out with dignity. They're going to lie and be like, how come no one just comes straight out and like, I was fired, because, I said something wrong. No one ever cops to their flaws on the Housewives franchise. Have you noticed? They always try to act better than and like, oh, it's my time to leave the show. It was fun. Well, just come out. I would have did. If you're admitting to you're not racist because you slept with the Mexican once, I would just come out and say, you know what? They didn't like my behavior. They fired me, and I've learned my lesson. But okay, everybody's not me. You want to go out on a little white lie. I guess it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're gone, and it is what it is. But I wonder who's going to start trouble on that show now. Carrie, she kind of has it, but then she loses it at times. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that show now that Leeanne, the built-in troublemaker / nut job, is gone. What are they going to do? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But no, people, in my opinion, she did not quit. She fired, I believe, Carrie. And that's what a hell of a thing to do, Carrie. Just go ahead and out your buddy like that. But okay, better than you than me. Now let's move on to the really hot topic, and that would be the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now let's talk about this fan of the Real Housewives of New Jersey that started a petition, people, to get Melissa Gorga kicked off of the show, okay? He feels that her storylines are boring. He feels that her talking about trying to get pregnant is made up just to give her camera time. She has absolutely no intention of getting pregnant because it doesn't make sense, because in previous seasons she was saying things like, I want to be a businesswoman, envy, I want to bring home money, and now all of a sudden she wants a baby again when her storyline is nice and dry. And so he started a petition. Then he sent the link to for the petition to Andy Cohen. He sent the link to Andy Cohen, and this was Andy's response. The fans equals 12 people, question mark. Listen, I agree with this guy. Melissa Gorga is boring as hell, okay? But necessary. What are you doing, fan? Stop it. We need her around, at least in my opinion. Let me tell you why. She gives the feeling of family on the show. Teresa needs her family around, okay? And we need Teresa to go off on Melissa every now and then and fake like her like she does. Melissa reminds me of Shannon Bedore. Shannon Bedore is the glue. Shannon Bedore is like Cynthia Bailey used to be before she turned villain this season. When Cynthia was the voice of reason, she was the anchor. We need the anchors, people. Everybody can't be the villain. Everybody, entire show full of Danielle Staubs and no one to reason with. We have to have Melissa around. Who was going to start the beef that she started last night, okay? With the whole Margaret and Teresa thing. I mean, that was beautifully executed. Like, we needed someone to challenge Teresa. It's been over a decade and nobody has challenged Teresa, okay? Nobody, not one person. And last night, we got Margaret to call Teresa an a-hole on camera. I loved it. It caused Teresa to break character. She got mad at the producers. We need things like that. Who started that mess? That will be Gorga, okay? We need Melissa around. Like, stop, everyone. Some people feel like everyone has to have major storylines and everyone has to cause trouble. No. You need what I call wallpaper around. And that's exactly what Melissa Gorga is, in my opinion. She's pretty. I think she's very, very pretty, but she's wallpaper. No one cares, about her life. But she is family for Teresa, and she's always around for Teresa to kick around, when she's in a bad mood. We need her around. At least that's how I feel about it. So, in my opinion, Andy's not listening to you anyway, and that's good. Just ignore her, fan, when you're watching the show. Just get to the dirt, and when she comes on screen, go take a bathroom break. That's what I would do. Now let's move on. So they released the trailer this morning for the reunion, the upcoming reunion, and for the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and it looks like it's going to be good. You've got everyone coming down on Danielle. You've got Danielle refusing to come out because she's not sitting on the couch next to Andy, and she was concerned about her job at the time. Now, me personally, when Andy Cohen had a change of heart about Tamra, I don't think he's going to be firing too many more of the OGs. But that's just what I think. I think he's going to bring Danielle back in some capacity because we need somebody to be the villain. And besides that, Danielle was telling the truth. She had a partner in crime, which was Teresa. Teresa told her to pull her hair. So I don't think that they're going to fire Danielle Staub. I think that they're going to bring her back maybe as a friend to the show, some kind of way, because it just wouldn't be fair, in my opinion, to fire Danielle when we know Teresa was just as guilty as Danielle was. She didn't do the physical act, but she encouraged it. I mean, did you guys see last night's episode? She sat there. She was like, I feel bad. I feel bad because, I did throw Margaret under the bus. So they're going to talk about that at the season reunion, and Danielle's going to have a little nervous breakdown. That's what I'm going to call it. And Andy has to bring her back. But there was another thing that was in the clip, in the trailer for the reunion, and that would be Teresa defending Joe. She said, he never talks to me that way, the way that he did on camera. He only talks to me that way on camera. Warning signs, people. What? Is Teresa softening to Joe? You've got Joe sending her love letters practically every day on Instagram, okay? She's so wonderful. She's so beautiful. Oh, I handled things wrong. Then you got her defending him at the reunion. Is she cracking here? This would be equivalent, in my opinion, to Andy Cohen blaming Kenya Moore for the Nene getting fired rumors. When he said that, I was like, he's breaking. And then after that, he rehired Tamra. Is Teresa breaking towards Joe? Do you think these guys will reunite? I mean, what? He only talks like that on camera. No, Teresa, no. But, people can change. He does seem like he's changing a little bit. Who wants to be over there by themselves, no family? He has family, but not his immediate family. Teresa's running around town with her new boyfriend, which is not a good sign, but a new boyfriend cannot erase. How long did they say they was married? 20 years of marriage, 20 years of knowing each other. I don't know, guys. We got to keep our eye on Teresa. I think she's cracking. I really do. But I will watch that reunion. That reunion is going to be crazy. Because remember, you always have my favorite nut job still on there, and that's Jennifer Aiden. I love Jennifer Aiden. I really do. People get disgusted in my comments section when I say I love Jennifer, but you need some nut job on the show. Everybody can't be likable. They just can't. So she's a great villain. I really love her. Okay, you guys, so that's the Real Housewives of New Jersey news I have for you today, or all the housewife news I have for you today. So what I want to know today in my comment section is, who believes Carrie? Who thinks that Leeanne was fired for her chirping Mexican comment? And number 2, who thinks that Melissa Gorga needs to be fired? I think it's an overreaction, in my opinion. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.